Who? Good God, yeah, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Sing it again, what? And cut. Right there. No more of that. I was gonna start my video like that last week, but I didn't, so I did it this week. I'm Kimbo, and I'm going to be reviewing Legend of Korra episode 4. My brain is not working. I'm kind of tired. Legend of Korra episode 4. I'm going to review it, and there's going to be some spoilers, so spoiler alert. Before I get started on this episode, I do want to really quick touch on something from last week, and I was going to add it to my video, but it was just too long. There's a part in the episode last week, Civil War Part 1, where Tenzin is talking to Kaya and Bumi, and he's like, you guys don't know what it's like to have the pressure of an entire culture on your shoulders. And they kind of address it in the episode, and they're like, well, we can carry on his Aang's legacy too, because we're his kids. But what I wanted to do is jump into TV and be like, Tenzin, your brother and sister, your siblings, are just as much as airbenders as you are. Their father was an airbender, and your mother was a waterbender. So they're both. You guys are all half airbender, half waterbender, and the bending aspects. I mean, they're just people, but. So that they are capable of having children that are going to be airbenders, and so I feel as though. I want those lines to be said. Like, we can have kids that are airbenders, and I feel like it would fully address the problem that the air acolytes are having with not respecting. Like, they could very well easily hold the next generation of airbenders with them as well, and just make it grow even bigger. But I don't know. That's one thing I wanted to jump in a TV and be like, you being an airbender, just because your power is manifested that way does not negate the fact that they are part airbender too, because they're your siblings. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this episode, Civil Wars Part 2, and I want to talk about Korra because I so badly wanted to give her some advice in this episode. If anyone comes up to you and they say, oh, I've appointed this judge, ... whatever they say after that doesn't matter. As soon as you hear those words, I have appointed, or I appointed, I'm going to get this person. They have an agenda. And it's getting just a little bit frustrating. If these things weren't being screamed at her, and they were like subtle, like he was just like, oh, well, there's a judge presiding and his name is this, and he didn't say I appointed, then it would be less frustrating. But her lack of competency in these situations is getting a little tedious to watch. I still love the episode, but I don't know why they're doing this with her character. It seems odd, an odd choice. I do still love the fact, though, that she is so opposite Aang. There's nothing Aang about her except her spirit was once linked to him. And I say that because of the line, which I love the line, when her father is sentenced, she's like, if you take their lives, I'm going to take yours. And I know you're like, what? Kimbo wants somebody to die in the episodes? No. The reason why I love the line is because it is so real. And please do not tell me if you were sitting in a courtroom with your innocent parent and somebody was like, you're going to die in 7 days. And they said that to your parent and they were completely innocent, that you wouldn't be like, oh, really? Okay. So I'm going to see you after this trial. I'll see you in the parking lot. So I just thought that was real. I think you would threaten somebody that just sentenced your father or mother to death for something that they didn't do, or, just guilty by association. That has got to be the dumbest thing. So, I mean, nobody in their right mind would be like, oh, can I get a change of venue because you just sentenced my dad to death? No, you're going to be pretty irate. So that's why I like that line. And it's so opposite Aang, because Aang wouldn't say anything like that. That was his whole thing in the Avatar series. He was so against killing somebody, but she's like, oh, I got you. And so I really love that, and written some things down, and I'm kind of off track. I always do this. Oh, the episode had a lot of moments where I was like, duh. And I don't like when I have those moments. It's a little irritating when I go to a movie and I plot the whole movie, and I'm like, well, yeah, okay, yeah, that happened. It's almost time for me to go now because I know everything that's going to happen. It's not like I knew everything that's going to happen in this episode, but there were a lot of moments I was just like, duh, 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 duh. You know, I don't know. There has to be something more because I hope Mike and Brian wouldn't want us to be able to figure out this villain, to figure out Unalak's, rise to power so easily without there being something more. He's very unnerving, though. When I'm watching him on screen, he's so unnerving. I'm like, there's something tweaked beneath the surface. There's something more, I hope, and there's something else there. But if not, I mean, it was so obvious. Like when I'm like, yes, okay, we know this already. Like I wanted to say that I probably did. Yeah, I probably did. Like we know this already. Like come on now, let's just get to some more action maybe. And I don't know. It doesn't seem clever. Mike and Brian are so clever. But there were a couple clever moments, so I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because this season is basically rebooting the series, and I think that's my biggest problem with it. Is it doesn't feel continuous and cohesive to season one. Book one. Excuse me, book one. So I don't know. I hope it. Unalak there's something tweaked about that dude. There's something off. He's too calm. All this, I don't like. You need to show me some vocal inflection. You need to get it mad. Like a couple eye movements, and that's it. I'm not cool with people like that. I'm not going. I didn't like that part of that feel of the episode where it was kind of like everything is obvious. But I'm not going to dwell on it too much. How many of us knew that Varrick was in the platypus bear? Oh, that was awesome. I'm like, as soon as that platypus bear rolled in the frame, I'm like, he's in there because that's a nod to the previous series, and I'm just going to make him be in there. And I thought that was awesome. But I think they need to, I don't know, Julie being in there with him. I was like, I'm having some inappropriate thoughts of what she's doing in that bear, like, and then he says, "Oh, Julie never leaves my side." Like, I would hope she doesn't stay by his side while he's showering and using the bathroom, but he doesn't specify by what he means, and she's clearly in this platypus bear, like, booty to booty with him. Like, it's not okay. Like, but I'm an adult, so I get those insinuations. Most kids are going like, they're in the bear together, but I'm sitting here like, what? They need to get out of that bear together now. Varrick is, I think, a really awesome character. The voice actor, I don't know who it is. I've read his name, but I can't call his name right now. I love how he does that, like, now. And, like, does, like, something, like, raspy with his voice. He's like, well, why didn't you say so? I just love it. I think it's an awesome, actually, across the board, the reads for these characters, actually the acting, that's what it is. That's what's different. That's what sets the series apart for Avatar and for this, is that these people are acting these parts out. They're not just reading the lines, and it's so good. They breathe life into these characters, and I rather enjoy it. I will say, and I think I said this in my last video, that I enjoy the moments with Tenzin more than I are with the Civil War. And I guess there's a certain piece about the chaotic nature of family, like, that's normal. I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm getting off philosophic, but I like the Tenzin Kaya Bumi storyline better than I like the Civil War and the Water Tribe. The action was incredible in this episode, and the scenes. It was really cool. The one thing I will say though, I don't feel like she needed the plane, Really, I don't know. I guess I don't know. It was a really cool scene, but at the same time, it felt like the plane was just thrown in there. Let me go ahead and explain why I think that. Because like as Desna, she could have rode the water and moved those boats out of the way. So I'm not certain why the plane was needed, but it was a really cool scene to watch, and it's the animation. I just need to meet these people. I don't know if they all can speak English, but I can just give them hugs because it's incredible. It's oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make this video not super duper 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 long, but it's still gonna be long because I'm just long winded. I put the long and long winded. So yeah, but I'm almost done though. This is my last little thing. The last thing that's written is Boomy and Kaya's moment. That was, it almost brought me to tears. I don't know. It takes a lot to bring me to tears for shows. Many other things do it quite quickly. But I was there. I was there. I was on the cusp of shedding, and it was just so nice. It was so, like I said, the voice actors are bringing these characters to life. They're breathing life into these characters, and I really felt as though I was watching somebody. I was standing in a room with somebody that felt as though their parent may not have been proud of them, and they're basically begging them, like, I hope you're proud. And I just loved it. It was such great character development, such a great moment between siblings, and such a great television moment too. Like there's not too many genuine moments in television. Like everything is contrived, everything is let's go here and move here and let's do this and play this music so we get this kind of feeling. No, that was genuine, and it was perfect. I just love it. And yeah, my family drives me insane, but no, they just drive me insane. I'm at the point where they just drive me insane. They don't know when I need hugs. So yeah, that's all I wanted to really say about the episode. I can't wait to see. I'm kind of unclear where it's going because Korra's leaving. So I don't know if we're going to be able to see if it's just going to be kind of like an aftermath thing when she comes back and sees what's left of the Southern Water Tribe. That would be kind of painful to watch. I can't think of really anything else to say. Oh, okay. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not advocating people getting kidnapped, but Iggy should not have just been in that cave. Like, there should have been something wrong, because it's not good for your child to run away and stay gone for that long and not get in trouble for it. So I feel like she should have been like trapped, somewhere, a rock on her leg or something. That's rude. That's mean. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like that for some reason. Maybe it's because I have 3 nieces and 4. I always forget one. 4 nieces and nephews. Clearly, he's going to be the one that's going to have the rock on his leg, and we're not going to be able to find him. He's the youngest. 2 nieces, 2 nephews, and I would be livid with them if they, decided to just run off. But okay, so this video is not going to be, it's going to be just as long as probably my other one. So I thank you so much for watching if you did, and I can't wait to see next week's episode. Please subscribe. I really will appreciate it, and comment. I try to reply to everybody, and yeah, share me anywhere that you would like to share me. In class, if you want to just like bring up something to distract the teacher. No, I'm just playing, don't do that. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will speak with you, or you'll listen to me next week.